Scott and Arver, it's been a while since we've done one of those wrestler casting calls that we like to do for popular movies.
That's a great idea. We should totally do one of those. Jake Lloyd Bacon?
Yeah, I mean, it's the summertime. There's huge summer blockbusters out there. We got plenty to choose from.
Oh, yeah. Like there's Superman.
Yeah.
There's Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I got it. Shrek.
Scott, that movie came out like over 20 years ago.
Yeah, we're just in time.
Well, I can't deny that confidence. Wrestler casting call Shrek. I guess today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott and Arver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody out there joining us on the old PWP program. This is not a movie podcast, just in case you're curious. Not a movie podcast. This is a wrestling podcast. And we must acknowledge our wrestling champion, the current PWP champ, Andrea Beeler. Fantastic title reign by Andrea. She will defend that title later on in today's episode.
It's a nail biter.
It is a biting of nails. We also got Alex Pierce, number one fan in the chat right now.
You get experience points. I'm just reading this in the chat right now.
Is that what the little badge is?
Yeah, but now I don't know what the experience points are used for.
Oh, to level up.
Oh, that's how you do it. 44 fucking years, and I didn't know.
Alex Pierce is at 75, he says.
Well, good for him. He looks it.
All right, so we're going to take a break from talking about controversial wrestlers to revisit our favorite series that's never controversial and everybody loves, and that is Wrestling Casting Call. It is time.
Hold the couch.
It is time to cast a movie or recast a movie with wrestlers. And today I think we're going to do our very first ever animated movie.
Suggested by Tim Redbeard.
In the Discord. I don't know.
Where all great episode ideas come from.
I don't know how this is going to go. Today we're going to talk about Shrek. We're going to recast Shrek.
People love Shrek. There's a Shrek new one coming out.
There is a
soon,
Shrek new one. And I think
people are so up in arms about like, oh, his eyes look different. It's like you got more budget.
Wait, really? Is that a thing that people... I haven't seen anything of the new one. All I know is that, Mike Myers is coming back, and that's a big deal.
I think Eddie Murphy, I think get Cameron Diaz. They can probably get everybody.
Yeah, they're available.
It's the animation is like updated for now. Mm-hmm. It's certainly very high budget. It's great looking, but people were complaining like, this isn't the original Shrek. This isn't good. You changed my childhood. Fuck you. People are trying to compare it to like the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, but it's like, no. They just have better, more streamlined designs of like what they want to do now.
Right.
Is that really so terrible? I don't know. I'm not a huge Shrek aficionado or gigantic fan, so there's no skin off my sack.
I loved Shrek when it came out. My high school English teacher did like a whole, what do you call it? Like a lesson, but like that
dissertation
that takes like a couple of weeks, like a whole lesson plan around Shrek. And, not that kayfabe was used, but it was a lesson about like writers using life experience, and it was about satire and so all this stuff because of for whatever reason, my high school English teacher like was well versed in the inner workings of Disney's behind the scenes. Do you know the story about where Shrek came from? Like the producer who worked at Disney.
DreamWorks.
Yeah. So
are they a liar?
The guy who's responsible for all of Disney's success in the 90s, like Lion King and all of those projects,
Pocahontas,
he was owed a lot of money by Disney, who just wasn't paying him. So he sues Disney And then they settle. He makes a ton of money, and then he goes and sells this idea to DreamWorks, which Shrek is just him making fun of Disney for 95 minutes. Like, that's the entire premise, is like, oh, I'm going to make a movie where I'm just going to poke fun of all of the Disney characters and Disney as an entity. And it's all just this guy kind of letting out his grievances for Disney fucking him over. Yeah. The guy responsible for Shrek is the guy who like made Disney all of their money in the 90s. But it's Eisner. Alex says Eisner in the chat. Maybe that's his name. I can't remember, but that sounds potentially right.
I think it means Epstein.
Ooh. But any case, I fucking loved Shrek. I thought it was fucking genius. I thought it was fun. I think it is. Listen, this is not a movie podcast. We're going to get to the casting in a minute here, but I think that Shrek is like a massive turning point for children's animation at a point where because Shrek is like one of the first movies that I can think of that was like a kid's movie that like adults enjoyed unironically and not just because they had to, because it was a kid's movie. Like, I think it sort of changed what people expected out of kids' movies being like actually entertaining for the whole family. Like, because I feel like back in the day, a family movie was just a kid's movie. Like, it was a stretch to be called a family movie, meaning that adults and parents could enjoy it. Whereas I feel like Shrek was like for everybody. Like, Shrek, there's some dark humor in that. There's some like, very raunchy shit in there.
But to the point you were making earlier about some of the 90s Disney stuff, like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
I guess I just haven't.
Lion King. Like, I think those had all been successful and like, you know what? If we didn't have to watch it 85 times on video, like, this is a great fucking movie. Right, like, we all like watching it as a family.
But I guess they're all still very
ebbs and flows,
safe, though. Whereas I think Shrek was like, oh, there's some risks in this movie. There's some big swings. There's some mature.
Sex is written in the stars of Lion King.
Oh, man. Anyways, how the fuck are we gonna do this? Are we? Is it for animation, or are we just taking who's playing these people in real? Are we doing CG? What's the story here? Are they in costumes?
Here is my immediate thought, right? Because this is a movie made in what, 2000?
Had to be little, maybe 90. Oh, maybe it was 2000. I mean, I was in high school, so it couldn't be any later than 2000.
I don't know. You got held back a couple of times.
No, I didn't.
Sorry.
Shrek comes out. Oh, it comes out in 2001. It comes out my senior year.
Never forget. So I think we do a reimagining of Shrek, right? Because we're recasting it. So around that time, you get the top VFX people with their top VFX technology from The Mummy 2,
right, of course,
that gave us The Rock as the Scorpion King in that wonderful CGI presentation. So you're preserving the wrestler and the animation of the creature and character. So perfect. I think that's a win-win right there.
I don't see how this could go wrong. I think we've got a hit on our hands.
So we get, say, our character of Shrek, like we get the animated version of something, but we get all the likeness of the wrestler that we put into it, as well as their voice.
Okay, great. I love this. How do you want to go about this? Do you want to start at the bottom and do small stuff, or do you want to start right? You want to go mainstream, who's playing Shrek, and build the movie around them?
Oh yeah, let's build the movie around him.
All right. So
our ogre.
Who is our ogre? Who is our lovable oaf who kind of wants to be left alone, but he does have a heart of gold. He's funny, but not always intentionally. He's a curmudgeon for sure. But a lot of his curmudgeonness comes from a lack of self-esteem.
Now, I'm going to swing for the fences right away. And this is kind of selfish, and I know it's not necessarily going to win big, but I just want to get the ball rolling here, okay?
Before you say that, though, I forgot our rule. Is this all time, or is this living?
Oh, we
keep changing
all
it.
Time.
So any wrestler throughout all of time. Great.
People are dying constantly. So
right.
Because we know we were going to do the Air Bud series, and Hulk Hogan was going to be all throughout.
Air Bud's coming back. They're bringing that back too.
What?
Yeah, Air Bud's coming back. They're going to do a legacy reboot of Air Bud.
A legacy reboot of Air Bud. Oh, because we now have mixed martial arts. We didn't have that before. so we could have Air Bud in UFC.
I did see somebody on like social media, Blue Sky or something like that, who said if they don't call it Air Bud, HIRER, like he's the air, HIER, whatever that word is, like he's a king, like he is the heir of the legacy of Air Bud, they're missing an opportunity.
Yeah, they are.
All right, who's your big swing? You said you were going to take
a big swing for Shrek, Dusty Rhodes.
Ooh. I mean, you get a unique voice, you get comedy, you get lovable, you get a little bit of an ogre.
Yeah, you get that size. And think of how he says his own name.
I mean,
how is Dusty Rhodes? This is really a question.
Oh.
How is Dusty Rhodes going to say Shrek? What would that sound like?
I don't think the lisp is affected at the beginning of a word like that, though. I think he can do Shrek. I think it's the S sound on its own. I think he would just call it Shrek. You think it would be Threk? Threk, baby?
I think it might be.
I'm an ogre. I'm a Threk, baby.
I'm Threk.
See, I think.
Sorry, what?
I think he can do the fine. It's the if his name was Sek, we'd have a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious in the comments.
Okay, that's a great one, but just so that we can do our due diligence here, let's pitch some other Shreks. But I kind of think that's going to be a tough one to beat.
Okay.
I want to acknowledge that when this was discussed in the Discord a week ago, somebody did pitch Otis as Shrek.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I think the problem with Otis is that he's missing a little bit of the curmudgeon. He's almost too much of quite frankly, he's more of a donkey than he is a Shrek. He's more of a comic relief side character, than like the rooted, because Shrek, listen, he's at the end of the day, he's a very good ogre, and he's rooted in he's got layers like an onion,
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's Otis, he fits the physique of a Shrek,
right?
Just the overall look, the curmudgeoniness, the stubbornness feels like, yeah, well, you never really stood up to Chad Gable and fought him in a match,
right?
So I guess
sure,
there's that.
Okay, but
it's not it's not overall well-rounded. And you know what? His donkey was Mother Trucker, and he just fucking left him.
That's true. He fucking bailed.
Heart of Gold? I don't think so. Let me point out, as Alex Pierce did in the chat, that this all came about from Maurice Tillett, born in 1903, was a Russian-born wrestler known as the French Angel.
Oh, right. We talked about all of this in our...
And the pictures of this dude online, and then you look at Shrek and you go like, oh my God, it looks like this fucking guy who looks like a real-life Shrek.
Well, this is what
but we've never seen, video of him. We've never seen how he talks or anything. He might just look like him. He might sound like Bobby Lashley, for crying out loud.
So this sort of ties into our episode from the encyclopedia a couple of weeks ago where we talked about the Swedish Angel, and we got a bunch of stuff wrong in that because we were both Googling things and you were referencing Tor, what's his name?
Tor Johnson.
Who was the super Swedish Angel. Who was like,
which was news to me that you could just add super to shit.
I know.
I feel like now we could have the super Undertaker and the super Big Boss Man.
But I did just Google the French Angel, and you're right. He does look like Shrek. Like he looks. So this makes sense if Shrek was literally based on this dude. Because he looks just like him. Yeah.
Credit to Mike Lucas for posting that in the Discord.
But he's also very tiny.
Yeah. So there's certainly a look there, but having not ever known.
No, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough call.
Anything about it, it's like, well, we got to.
Honorable
and
mention.
Where's the clicks in that? Where's the clicks in Maurice Tillett is our Shrek? They already stole. Shrek stole from Maurice Tillett. Now we're stealing from something else. Okay.
Right.
That's how reimaginings work.
I got one for you, but I don't know. I'm struggling to place his voice because maybe he never spoke. Maybe all he did was growl. George the Animal Steel.
He said words. He says words, but that's who plays Tor Johnson and Ed Wood.
Right. Yeah.
So you're just going in
I know. Yeah.
big old circles here.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, how much are we getting hung
Great
up?
Khali.
That's kind of funny. But he's not quick. And Shrek is quick.
But
I mean, witted.
He fucking charmed ladies left and right. He got eliminated from the Royal Rumble
for making
because
out
he was making out. And he had a great Khali kiss cam. So a princess wouldn't able to resist that ogre is Shrek because he's so kissable.
Good. These are all good. I don't know that we've beaten the American Dream, though, so far.
Yeah. Well,
I got one.
Oh.
What about Bray Wyatt? But like the back, like when he was like the Follow the Buzzards, like Cape Fear. He like lives in a swamp. Got a great voice. He's definitely got some layers to him, but he's also always kind of laughing, doesn't want to be bothered by people from the outside.
Sure. It feels like it's hard for a cult leader to be alone.
You know what? You're right. He has to have a cult.
Yeah.
And no, that's the other part of this. He's sort of a perpetual loner. Which also makes
you know what?
Go ahead.
Can we put him in the maybe pile for Geppetto?
Absolutely. 100%.
Because he's always making his Pinocchios.
All right. You know what? It sucks because I pitch him for so many different things elsewhere, but I don't know that I've ever cast him in anything. Even though I pick him for his things generally. Kevin Owens. Strong, especially if he leans into the French accent. So it's we still have an accent in there. He's a loner.
That guy's an ogre.
But he's layered. He's such an ogre. I think I might like that a little bit better than the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes gets the straight-to-video sequel where you're like,
Sure.
That's not the same voice.
Sure. But Kevin Owens is such an ogre.
Kevin Owens really works.
I mean, now it's really hard not to jump ahead. But it's really hard not to make Sammy saying donkey.
Donkey. Totally. Holy shit. Because he's loud and obnoxious.
I mean, just talking all the time. Doesn't shut up. Doesn't know. Overstays his welcome.
Unless you want to make him El Donkinerico. Wow, that might have. I mean, we might have knocked out.
I feel like
2 in a row.
I feel like I just ruined some of the time that we were going to spend on this episode a little bit, but
that gives us. Hey, we can dip into the fairy tale characters a little bit.
Well, let's also explore some other I mean, are we committed to KO for Shrek? It's pretty good.
That's a solid pairing right there. That's right. Hard to beat.
But let's just toy with if KO is Shrek, who are some other donkeys? Let's toy with another potential donkey. I don't know we're going to beat him and Sami Zayn, and I'm already looking forward.
Montez Ford.
I'm already looking forward to trying to create this episode art somehow. Montez Ford, quick talking, very funny.
Loud,
he doesn't seem obnoxious to me though, in a way that Donkey was. But I guess Donkey's like lovably
in the days
obnoxious.
of when they're the street. God, what
Prophets,
are these called?
Street Profits.
No, but before that, like the street recappers.
Oh, right.
When you would be watching the show, and then Street Profits would come on, and they didn't really ever truly introduce them when they were first characters on the main roster. They would just tell you things that happened in the show that you watched, and you'd be like, "What is going on?"
Right.
And I thought Montez Ford was particularly obnoxious at that time because he was telling it to you in a way that. It's like, you didn't see this crazy thing happen,
right.
and was yelling at you, and you're like, why? What the fuck is happening? So I think he can tap into it if needed.
Okay. It tracks for sure. But
so I think he's a contender.
He's a contender for sure. And I do think he would annoy Kevin Owens quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, most people would.
Right.
Now, Donkey... he just kind of hops around a lot, right? Like he doesn't really.
He flies too. At one point, he's a flying donkey. Very briefly.
Flies?
Very briefly. No, yes, he hops around.
I forget. Is he cowardly when it comes to a fight?
Yeah, but he's sort of, he becomes a noble steed. He finds his courage, and then he falls in love with the dragon.
Is that in the first one?
Yep.
Okay. So he falls in love with something. So he's romantic, but he's the one wanting to be friends with Shrek.
Yeah, well, because he's an outcast, because he's a talking donkey, and in the beginning of Shrek, Shrek kind of accidentally saves him from like being sold and captured, right? As they're capturing all sorts of weird magical creatures and selling, and he sort of just forces himself into Donkey Swamp and says like, into Shrek Swamp. It's like, we're going to live here together. We're going to be a duo, just the two of us. Us, the ogre and the donkey, blah, blah, blah. And Shrek's like, get the hell out. This is my house. I don't want you here.
You know what? Chad Gable from years ago.
I was thinking about
leeching on to every single person as a tag team partner.
Ooh.
It's not sexy. It doesn't sell.
All right. What about R-Truth? For kind of the same reasons. Lots of tag partners, always looking to be friends with somebody, always coppering someone's gimmick. Really funny, talks all the time. Can be kind of annoying, but is lovable.
Yeah.
And I do think would still go well with KO, even though Sammy and KO were kind of a perfect pair already.
Yeah. That one's still tough to beat.
The Sammy one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the chemistry's there.
The chemistry is there. Yeah, I think we might have exhausted that.
Yeah, there's certainly other good candidates. Sure. But I think it depends on if you're changing Shrek.
Yeah, you'd have to. I do think you're right. Like they would have to be cast in pairs. Listen, this is what happens in casting all the time. You come in, you do chemistry tests. Sometimes somebody gets a part because a different person got a different part. That happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. All the time. That's why Jake and I are not in the Fast and Furious movies.
It's true. Yeah, because Rock and Jason Statham got them instead. And it was either going to be me and Scott or Rock and Statham.
Yeah, it was Shabs and Shaws or, Scotts and Bacons.
Shabbats and Narvs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit. It's tough not to lock those in.
Lock them in.
All right.
Do it.
KO and Sami Zayn, a Shrek and Donkey. All right. Do we go love interest? Do we go next build? Prince.
Do we go on Dragon? Or we go on Princess Fiona?
I was thinking Princess Fiona next build. Oh, hey, there we go. Speaking of a dragon. Oh.
Make yourself known, Magoo.
Sushi pants. That was really cute. Hopped up on the back of the chair.
Yeah, with claws in my back. Adorable.
Yeah. Oh, man. If we weren't on a live stream, I'd show you, but I feel like I'm not ready to put my stuff all out there.
Dick?
Don't
put your dick out on live stream.
We gave Bookstore a bath, and he decided he was not interested. It looks like I got into a fight with a fucking Wolverine. I am scratched everywhere. I don't know. This dog grew 4 extra fucking limbs and just scratched the shit out of me all over my back, my arms, my inner thigh, right by my fucking junk, like up in my crotch and my inner thigh. He caught me on the scalp. I've got a scratch apart. I barely have hair follicles as it is. Listen, the Hims is working. It's growing back, but it doesn't mean that it is lush, And I'm worried that that's going to leave a scar. I'm not going to have hair there. Like, the dog fucked me up because I was lifting him into the bathtub. So no more indoor baths for
dog. Oh,
what? Oh, no more dog is what you were getting at. Sorry,
no more indoor.
The
dog.
delay made that tough. You didn't quite get in there enough for me to understand what you were saying. All right. Anyways,
my endo is perfect.
That little cute kitty over your shoulder. All right, kitty. Who is Princess Fiona? Now, remember, Princess Fiona's true form is an ogre.
Right. So, first off, how does it feel to have the role reversal here? It's like, let me fill you in on the story and everything that's going on here. Because I am Shrek ignorant through and through.
Oh, really?
Kind of feels like watch-alongs were like, I didn't see this. I don't know about this. I don't.
Okay. So you don't remember
I don't
that?
have memories of this. So yeah, I don't remember Shrek.
The whole point, the whole story is that she's was this princess in a castle, right?
Okay.
Locked away, guarded by the dragon. Lord Farquaad wanted to marry her, But the fairy tale says that at some point a knight will save her. Okay. And Lord Farquaad's too afraid to do it. So he sends Shrek to save her as his like proxy, thinking that he'll still get to marry her. So when he goes and saves her from the dragon, from the castle with Donkey, she says, well, you must be the thing. And then he takes his mask off and all of a sudden he's an ogre. And so now she's like, fine, I'm going to go marry Lord Farquaad. Everything is fine. But the entire time she's holding on to her secret that when the sun goes down, every night she turns into an ogre. And she has a curse that can only ever be broken at love's first kiss or true love's first kiss or whatever that is. So spoiler alert for Shrek, at the end of the movie, Shrek kisses her and it seems like she's going to turn, into a human to stay that way forever, but she turns into the ogre and that's her true form. And then they're together as cute little ogre people.
So Smash Mouth isn't part of the rescue?
No, they were not there.
Oh.
At least not all of them.
All I truly know about Shrek is Lord Farquaad is a way of them getting close to saying fuckwad. That's why that name exists.
Perfect.
And then the super fucked up joke that occurs in the movie of
which one?
The Three Bears.
Which one is like? There's so many jokes. It's fucking rapid fire.
That when the guards come in at one point and arrest fairy tale characters,
right?
They arrest Mama Bear,
right?
Throw her in the paddy wagon. Cut to later on in the movie when you're painting across Lord Farquaad's living quarters.
She's stuffed.
Mama Bear is the rug in his quarters, and then at the end of the movie, with everyone celebrating, Papa Bear and Baby Bear are crying because she's dead.
Great. Yeah, there's a lot of those.
So Fiona is ultimately a nice person?
Yeah, no, she's sort of a ditz, right? But she's not hapless. Like, the idea is that she's this princess in the castle who's always had this fairy tale and wanted to be saved, but when it comes down to it, she kicks the ass of the merry men. She's a fighter. She takes care of herself.
She does this totally original Matrix joke.
Move. Yep, she does a Matrix move.
Never before seen.
She can sing. So much so that she kills birds.
Oh, so she sings poorly?
No,
and it kills
she
birds?
gets so high pitched that the birds explode.
Oh, okay. Jillian.
I was thinking of that too.
And at night, she has a large growth on her face.
Oh,
the
man.
boogeyman must come and eat off.
I mean, that's really gross. I don't like that you added that little piece at the end there about the wart face, but can we do better than Jillian? As that's a pretty funny.
Yes, we can. We can always do better than Jillian.
I mean, my brain kind of immediately goes to Chelsea Green, and not just because of the green part. That's a happy accident, but because she's very good at being kind of obnoxious. She's a bit of a princess.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, she does seem like a sweet person, and I feel like her and Kevin Owens could have some humorous chemistry. Chelsea Green's she's pretty good for this, I think.
Yeah, I'd say she's definitely a contender. She's pretty high up there. Now just a matter of figuring out like, ooh, is there somebody else? And I'm trying to think everything. So far, all the candidates come to mind. I'm like, they're a little too fiery, a little too, I guess I'd say mean-spirited.
Right.
So I thought about Stephanie McMahon.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Low-hanging fruit.
I think the Stephanie I think of now is like, oh, it's the podcasting Stephanie that says to Randy Orton, like, oh, you like Nutella?
Right.
It's like, okay. That's like Shrek 4 territory,
Right.
maybe, or something. I don't
we're
know.
getting Shrek Ever After or whatever. That's, yeah.
I thought like, Bull Nakano. It's like, no. Bull Nakano's just like mad and fierce.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a sweet character. I've never heard Bull Nakano belt out a tune. I'm now stuck, like all our conversations today. I'm stuck in the new generation.
Right.
Like Alundra Blaze.
Right.
Bertha Faye. They're all coming to mind. It's like, wait. Hold on. But somebody in the AEW or TNA landscape that possibly fits this.
I'm just not familiar as much with those rosters to pull.
ODB.
ODB is not bad, but I would almost put ODB as the dragon.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about the dragon. Is that a possible fit?
The lady dragon. So the idea is that like she's a badass, she guards the castle, but then she sees Donkey and she's like, okay. And in this instance, Donkey is a little bit of an EY character here because I feel like she's very pushy.
Sammy and EY.
I know there's
kind of
there's some similarities there. I think ODB is a pretty good Donkey. I could see ODB being fierce as the dragon. She's fierce. She's she's not taking no shit. She saves the day. She comes in, saves the day, busts through the church in one of the best cinematic shots of an animated movie up until that point in time. Great visual storytelling with little Donkey riding on the back. Also, just when he realizes, like, oh, you're a lady dragon. ODB as a dragon is my favorite right now.
Okay.
I think she's a little bit too, because I do think that there's a level of Fiona being a princess. Yeah, she can kick ass and all, but she's still, she's still girly in a way that ODB does not necessarily represent.
Okay. So she kicks ass. She's a little girly.
Yeah.
She's a princess.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair?
I was just thinking that, but yeah.
She's not going to stay with Shrek.
No.
She's going to divorce him.
100%. She's not in it to win it.
The Flair curse.
Whereas Chelsea Green, if she can commit to the fucking real life weirdo she's got, she's in it for the long haul.
But she'll endure anything.
Exactly.
I guess for a giant hog or whatever he's got going on. She doesn't like the toys, I don't think. All right. I think Chelsea Green. I think we've landed on Chelsea Green and our ODB.
Yeah. We've got our romantic pairs.
For those joining us, we have Shrek as Kevin Owens.
For those joining us, is a weird radio station? It's only tuning in just now?
Yeah, I think that happens all the time. Spotify, right? Isn't that a thing? People just join in on podcasts while they're driving. Shrek is Kevin Owens. Princess Fiona is Chelsea Green. Donkey is Sami Zayn. And the Lady Dragon is ODB.
It works. All right. Do we want to go to
Lord Farquaad?
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, what is it?
Lord
proper
Farquaad?
Lord
Farquaad.
Farquaad.
Farquaad with a D. Farquaad.
Farquaad.
Yeah. Like fuckwad. Let's print it.
Played by John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow voiced him.
Man, I wish he was a guest Raw GM one time. That'd have been the fucking best. He would have crushed it.
He's tall, so
Yeah, he's dealt with the Sasquatch. He can handle these guys.
I love that movie. So good. Lord Farquaad. So it's got to be somebody who's, they think he's got a Napoleon complex. He thinks he's tough. He thinks he's mighty, but he's a whiny little bastard.
They say Napoleon wasn't really that short.
I know, but listen, we named a complex after him.
Alex Pierce in the chat says Hornswoggle.
But Hornswoggle's too nice, though.
No, he isn't.
No?
Not that I know him to be. Not that he's a terror, but he's not exactly the nice. If you're on his good side, I think you're all right, but I don't think he's the nicest fella in all the land.
Okay.
Now, again, we're dealing with the top technology of the Mummy 2.
Right. So he doesn't have to be a short guy.
Doesn't have to be. We have magic on our hands. We didn't have to make Shrek necessarily a heavyset guy.
Yeah,
but we did.
Of course.
Because we're like casting directors. We can't see past it.
I mean, for some reason I'm thinking of the brief era where Baron Corbin was kind of like trying to like being tyrannical but not getting his way. Like that's the wrestler I'm
like
thinking
King Corbin?
of. Oh my God, that's right. He was a king. He's literally I forgot all about King Corbin. Like I'm thinking of like that sort of heel character. My brain is immediately going to heels. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a bad guy and we're casting for the villain of a movie.
Yeah.
But you know, the
I mean, if you're casting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as Lord Farquaad, I don't think you're doing your due diligence.
I mean, you've already mentioned him, but this is also something pretty good for Chad Gable. The sort of shush, nobody's respecting him.
I think there's so many other better choices than Chad Gable.
Okay, what about Dominic Mysterio? Too much Riz, as the kids say.
Too much stash.
Too much stash. Okay.
Too much stash. I don't. Dominic isn't there yet. Not for Lord Farquaad.
Okay.
I think he could be there someday, but I don't see it yet.
All right.
So Farquaad, remind me a little bit like is he one of those that's like, oh, he says all these things, but he doesn't get his way, or he says all these things and these things happen? Oh,
they happen, but only because people are afraid of him, even though he's just a tyrant. He's a typical, like, you know, he's a politician. He's painted as like I'm sure he's a reference to somebody, you know, in real life that I'm missing, but he's that typical, you know, yeah, he's a pathetic man. He is just like everything that you anticipate of like just being a pathetic guy.
But he gets it done ultimately.
I guess not really. He other people get it done for him.
Yeah, but they're not going like, why are we listening to this guy? Like, we're not going to do it.
I guess so. I guess the people in his kingdom respect him
or fear him.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And they don't turn on him. They're not conspiring against him. They obey his orders.
I think for the most part they do, until maybe Shrek wins them over at some point.
John Laurinaitis.
I mean, he actually gave the people power, and this is a monarchy. I don't think there was any democracy involved in Lord Farquaad.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
I got one for you, and I don't know if it's just a vibe. I don't know that it's right. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Seth Rollins. Especially the heel version of Seth Rollins. The difference is that he gets it done. But I'm thinking of like the Authority era or whatever that was called.
The Architect.
You know. Like, sure, yeah. Is that what he was around that time? Yeah.
Yeah, I see kind of where you're going.
Right.
I think there's elements, but I don't think he encapsulates everything about it. Now, what about what if you went the other way?
Okay.
What if you went with Big Bill?
Big Bill, the formerly Big Cass?
Yeah.
You have to sell this to me. I'm not.
There's a guy, you know, like it's sure you may be that tall and everything, and you may say all these things, but aren't you really insecure in the long run? Aren't you just the other end of you're just really tall, but that's what your whole personality is? Tall or small?
It's a harder connection to me. I get what you're saying, and it makes sense. But at the end of the day, I think that there is an inherent what's the word? The thing that white people have when they think
privilege.
When they think they're owed something more than privilege.
Entitlement.
There's a sense of entitlement that comes with Lord Farquaad that I don't know that Big Bill has. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know modern day Big Bill.
Okay.
I only know Big Cass.
I'm going to do a funny one.
Entitlement might be the key word here.
I'm going to do a funny one that even though we don't have to cast in real life, for the look of it, Brody Lee Jr.
Okay, that's fun.
It's because he looks like him.
I like it.
But more of a real one, what if it was Danhausen?
Danhausen's great. I like Danhausen. Now, he's a little bit more self-aware than Farquaad is, but listen, it's a movie. They're just playing roles. Danhausen's pretty great. I think it's the best one we've got so far.
Because I can imagine Shrek doesn't like Danhausen, was probably annoyed by him, right?
Right, sure.
Chelsea Green doesn't want to marry Danhausen.
No, of course not.
No. So that seems like that. Now, if you want to go for someone maybe a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
If we're still kind of searching for our Lord here, Pac.
Pac is great. Ooh, I think I like that one even a little bit more. And not just because of the accent, but there is an anger, a deep-seated rage that exists far more in Pac. Right? Oh shit, that's better than Danhausen. I think that immediately knocks Danhausen off of the casting options here. Can we do any better than Pac? Pac is great because there's an entitlement there. There's a rage. He's little and he talks funny.
He's British.
He's not British. He's Welsh.
What? I said he's British. I didn't say he's Britain. He's just ish. A little ish.
Is there any world where Rockstar Spud beats him?
Damn, that's a good one. Although you could make Rockstar Spud could be anybody, so good. But
especially like during the era when he had the people, it was like I forget their names. It was like there was like a bunch of people that had kind of similar names, and they were sort of like not his bodyguards, but he was in a group with them. I wasn't watching religiously enough. I just sort of have this memory of like Joey EC.
Like he was hanging with Dixie Carter. And
right. Yeah.
EC3.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Because there was also like a Joey C and a something, and they all kind of had a similar name. No, I'm making this up.
I'm not familiar with what that's is
fair.
Or recall it at this time.
But
I apologize.
But he does have all of that rage. He's got the inner rage. He has the entitlement. And I'm not talking Drake Maverick. I'm talking Rockstar Spud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, now we've got a problem.
Why? What's that?
We got too many good people.
Right. I think that Pac and Spud are the best two of the batch we've come up with.
Yeah.
I can make an argument for both of them. I can make an argument that Spud is a little bit likable even when he's the worst. And I can make an argument that Pac is a little bit too bona fide confident, where he actually is scary and actually is like his confidence comes from a very real place, whereas Farquaad is just going to be, they both have a negative in their own columns, respectively. It's a matter of which one is closest.
Right.
I might let you decide because I feel like I've kind of driven a little bit here.
Yeah, the trouble is since I'm so un-Shrek familiar that I don't know if ultimately I think Lord Farquaad is a little charming or I really hate him at the end of the day.
At one point in the movie, he jerks off to a photo of Fiona.
That's a Spud movie.
He has what he calls me time, if I remember correctly. And it's just him with a photo of the princess in the castle. And he's like getting into bed and he's clearly going to jerk off.
I don't think Pac would do that.
Exactly. Yeah. I kind of think Rockstar Spud is our Farquaad.
Spud's our man.
And that's him and And KO, that's good juxtaposition there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's our principal cast. Those are our main characters for sure.
Okay.
Do you want to do some secondary characters? Who is Spud's? Yeah. Who is Spud's mirror on the wall? Who's the magic mirror? In the movie, it's just sort of a white face, and it's just a voice, a disembodied voice. But there's I guess it's not disembodied. I guess there's a face. I guess that's not what disembodied means. But
it's a man.
It's a man, but it doesn't have to be. It's just it's a voice of reason. Who is the only one who says like, yeah, you're not really, because it's supposed to be telling the truth and only ever the truth. But it also is afraid of being destroyed. So it's a little bit of placating. It's a little like, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
So the mirror is a truth teller and tells only the truth at any time and doesn't want their reputation destroyed. So they'll always tell the truth no matter what. Tyrus.
But you know what? That was less offensive than I thought you were going to go there. I thought you were going to go Hogan for a moment based on our previous episode.
No. I'm saving him for some real choice.
Tyrus. No, because he's a nice man and we like him. He's a protagonist in the movie. Tyrus. It's so hard for me to get behind Tyrus. That's going to be a tough one.
That's what you're saying about Tyrus.
No.
He's a nice man and we like him.
The mirror.
I was like, holy shit, you bought that book, huh?
This might not be right, but I've got an idea for the mirror because there's also a self-preservation.
So this is Lord Farquaad's mirror, right?
Yeah, but it's a mirror that he stole because he's just collecting all the magic shit in the land, right?
Sure.
Because I think mirror on the wall was originally the witch from Snow White, yeah, or Princess. No, Sleeping Beauty,
the evil queen,
right?
Of
yes,
the Snow White story, not Snow White.
But it was also a thing that she had captured from an enchanted mirror. I have an idea because it's a mirror who will say anything to get out for self-preservation, but also generally is telling the truth. Bobby Heenan. I
like that choice much better than someone that I feel like is more accurate, but I would be disappointed to watch the movie because they're in it.
What's that?
Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, no, Bruce Pritchard would be the worst. Yeah, that would be awful. Well, you see here, what else were we going to do, okay? That's my Bruce Pritchard. It was the first time I've ever tried that.
I can tell. Yeah, Bobby Heenan, that's a solid one.
Do we have some? But I do feel like it's prime for, or I mean, if following in the Heenan footsteps.
What's the fate of the mirror?
I think the mirror, and I think it ends up being Fiona's. I don't know. I don't remember the sequels as much. I remember the first one. We watched it not that long ago for the first time in ages. Even though I watched it a bunch, we rewatched it because Alexandra, I've been bugging her to watch Puss in Boots since everybody's talking about how good it is and how it was like a really, like the most recent one that came out that inspired Sinners, you know? And so, it's just every now and then Alexandra and I get in the mindset of like, well, we should rewatch all the movies if a new thing is happening. I think everybody does this. This isn't unique to us. And we put it on and then just never watched any of the sequels. But I don't recall the ultimate fate of the mirror, but I do think.
You mean from the first one?
Yeah, I think Farquaad gets his comeuppance, and I don't remember how it actually ends for him specifically. But I know the movie ends with them living in his swamp. So Farquaad might still have the mirror in the castle, but nobody respects him. The villagers turn against him. I don't remember the fine details, but I do think.
Well, if the mirror is just placating to Lord Farquaad, and it's just kind of hollow and doesn't really.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Tony Schiavone.
I thought you were going to say Michael Cole. Schiavone's a good one. Schiavone's a good one because it's almost like there's no voice left in him. Like it's like the spirit's been beaten out of him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he just every so often, when you think he's done saying all of his lines, he just says, "Oh, this is so fun. I'm having such a good time."
You know what? I think that might be a little bit better than Bobby Heenan because I think at least in the movie, in the sense of the movie, I think that the mirror is a little bit less passive. It doesn't have a strong opinion. And I think it's going to be harder. I think if Bobby Heenan was the mirror, it'd be broken on day one. I don't think he would survive. He would do a good job at first, but eventually his mouth would put him in trouble.
Yeah.
I think Schiavone's a much better call.
Okay.
Yeah, Schiavone's a good magic mirror. What are we doing? We're adults. We're in our 40s.
Killing time. I mean, making entertainment.
I'm trying to think of some other big, good
Some
voices.
fairytale characters, right?
Well, yeah, but some of them are really tiny. I think there's some more that are more prominent. Okay, the more prominent character in the movie is the gingerbread man, who's captured. Everybody knows, not my buttons, not my gumdrop buttons. Can you do the voice? I'm gonna try to do the voice. Let me see if I can do it. Not my gumdrop buttons. Somewhere in there.
Sure.
Okay. Not my. It's like he lives in the throat. It's like it lives where Elmo lives. Not my gumdrop. I know that's too much. It's too far in the throat. Anyways, he's pathetic. He's being tortured.
They chop his leg off in this one?
They chop his leg off and he walks with a candy cane.
But with that, like, so he's a total coward and wuss, or he's a fighter?
No, he tells, I'm pretty sure it starts with him pretty much telling Farquaad, do your worst, but then Farquaad starts cutting into him. And that's when he goes, okay, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Okay.
That's
helpful.
He squeals, but he puts up a fight from my recollection.
Right. Talks a big game. And then,
it's
torture. He's being tortured. Who's not going to crumble into torture?
100%. It's torture. He's got a wife and kids at home.
So he's no John Moxley, because John Moxley thrives on torture.
No. John Moxley would be good for the Farquaad's main guy, who's just sort of like a dumb, angry military leader who's just like, yeah, I'll kill him.
Oh, yeah, that was I looked that up. It's like the
captain of the guards or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Voiced by Jim Cummings.
Oh, great mustache.
Cool. I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
like
that's Moxley.
Boom, he's in there.
Moxley's for that. But yeah, I think that probably one of the bigger of the other like fairy tale characters who we see a lot of in the movie. We've revisited a few times, I believe.
Yeah, so someone
kind of honestly, he's kind of the ultimate baby face. If you think about it, gingerbread man, he's cute, little gingerbread man. Who's like the ultimate baby face who is always getting hurt?
Well, I said Ricky the Dragon Steamboat earlier.
That's not too bad.
But I feel like he would go, you can cut all you want.
What about
I don't care.
What about Rey Mysterio?
Oh yeah.
Ripping his eyes out.
Had his legs cut off tons of times.
And they're ripping, and at one point he had his eye popped out. Not my gumdrop buttons.
Not my eyeballs, Seth.
He's little.
Yeah.
Fits on the table.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Or we talked about
Probably
Hornswoggle
delicious.
previously. Although I guess I'm thinking of the character Hornswoggle, who was always the epitome of like the baby face. People cheered him, at least from what I watched. And they were always trying to. Somebody would kick him, everybody would boo. He's like, "Oh, you don't pick on him." Two on the nose, maybe two on the nose.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
For contention. Billy Kidman.
I don't have enough context for Billy Kidman anymore. He's left my mind.
At one time,
good wrestler,
babyface, like cruiserweight champion. Girls loved him.
Oh, okay.
Doing the fucking moonsault that everybody was in awe of.
Okay. You just reminded me of another person who's a contender by putting him in the same category, Evan Bourne. Not what he would become, but Evan Bourne specifically.
Not his button is his third eye.
Yes, exactly.
Not my third eye. No, I can't see.
So I'm not familiar enough. I remember Billy Kidman, but I'm not familiar enough to grasp at this. So I'll give you the executive decision, but I like this. Somebody like this, somebody who's just, their whole career is maybe just them being like, I'm here. Thumbs up, you guys.
Yeah, everything's A-okay.
But I'm also trying to think of people who were like often targets at the behest of a villain.
Barry Horowitz.
Okay, give me context for that one.
The jobber, Barry Horowitz, who lost all the time, but he would always pat himself on the back for his match. And then one time it was like a 1-2-3 kid type thing, because once that worked, they went, well, let's do it again. And Barry Horowitz
gets a victory.
Won a match.
All right, these are all good.
Like, do your worst. It's fine. Oh God, I'll tell you anything you want. Don't do anything else to me.
All good choices. I'm going to give you the executive decision here to cast our gingerbread man.
Okay.
I also have one more I want to throw in there. Sorry.
Please.
Just because I just realized he's called the gingerbread man, and I want to go ahead and throw Heath Slater into the mix. They were constantly getting his gumdrop buttons in WWE. People liked him, but he was tortured regularly.
Okay. Does the gingerbread man have kids?
I think he does, yes. He has a family. Because we see a bunch of little...
How many kids?
Let's see. Do you want me to Google it? Let's see. Shrek. Gingerbread man kids. I mean, when you search the images, there's a lot of them.
Then it's Heath Slater.
Unless these aren't all his kids, but there's like a whole classroom of children.
He's got kids.
All right. Gingerbread man is Heath Slater. I mean, we've done a pretty good job here. Do we need to keep going?
So.
We're kind of at our time, but we can squeeze one or two more. Oh, you know who else are big characters? This is a good trio because they're big characters. The three blind mice just move into Shrek's hut.
Oh.
In the beginning.
Assholes.
Yeah. They just sort of move in and they just sort of live there without realizing that they've moved into an ogre's hut. So and they're kind of like, they're presented as sort of like older, like maybe like, you know, like one of them I think has a little cane, like they're blind, you know, and I think they're presented as like, I don't know, but they're also, I think, maybe brothers. I don't know that we need that to be part of it, but I don't know. Is there a trio? Can we cast a trio here?
Are they heroes?
Say that again.
Are they heroes?
No, they're just there. They're heroes in the sense that all of the fairy tale characters are in danger, and we were rooting for all of them against Farquaad, but you know, they're not necessarily protagonists. They're around. They're there. They're there to be irritating to our hero.
Do they mess things up? Do they
like? Yes, but not not willingly. So
because of their blindness,
they're comic relief. Yeah, they're comic relief in that sense.
Three blind characters that are not necessarily heroic, but they kind of fumble around. Landstorm, Edge, and Christian.
Perfect. I love our little Canadian trio there.
We have a very Canadian heavy movie.
Well, listen.
We have Chelsea Green.
Yeah. KO. This is all Canadian. We just moved it to Canada. This swamps.
Yeah, well, to save on production costs.
Sure, of course.
Because we're spending so much on these visual effects.
Sure, it's really easy to shoot in Canada. Good tax incentives. All right, I think we did a great job. I mean, there's so many other characters. Does anybody want to just spout off really quickly? I'll give you some other.
We had a Geppetto, right? Who was our Geppetto?
I forgot. You said
that they were making.
I forgot already.
Dang it.
Yeah, you said something.
I was going to make our Pinocchio.
Right. Well, yeah, we've got a Pinocchio. There's a Big Bad Wolf character in there somewhere. Let's see here.
Puss in Boots is not in the first one, right?
No. That doesn't.
Okay, so no dice. So maybe another time. When this reaches 3 billion clicks and the people demand it, then we'll do...
Robin Hood and the Merry Men are in it
for
a scene.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we nailed it.
I think we gave the people what they want.
All right. Well, this is not a movie podcast. So we appreciate you listening to this very overt wrestling podcast on the week of SummerSlam, I believe. Thank you guys for tuning in.
The days of them.
Well, no, because this will come out on Tuesday. This would have been our recording day for the week, but SummerSlam has already happened by the time this comes out.
Yeah, but the people have to have endured all of SummerSlam.
Good point. You're in your recovery phase right now.
And we have a new champion to pick or a retaining champion. Either way, we got a battle.
We do have a battle. It is that time. Once again, we must acknowledge our current PWP champ, Andrea Beeler, champ for the month of July. It is time to. We're both shaking our jars of patrons in a way.
Is this Do I not have the jar?
No, you don't have the jar. I have the jar. You're far away.
What is this then?
That is the reason that T-shirt in the last episode didn't fit you anymore.
Yeah.
Andrew Beeler, current champ. I should pull up our little sheet in case we have some records set here. If you want to know what the hell we're doing and why the hell we're doing it, you got to head on over to patreon.com/PWPalskis. Without further ado, let me go ahead and pick a little namey out of our little jarry here. Alrighty. PWP champ, month of July.
Month of August.
Month of August. That's what I said. First time. Nailed it in one take. Ooh, I had two and then one fell on its own. So this is the fates truly deciding here. Okay. And new record-setting champion, Gilbert Short. Gilbert Short, PWP champ. Where's my sound effect? I always forget I have a sound effect for it. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's not set up in this one. The people.
1, 2, 3.
The people
Lord Farquaad.
The people will hear it. They'll hear it in the real feed here. Gilbert Short, his first victory of the year. Surprising, but still, I believe the most winning champ of all time. He is now at 9.
The most takingest.
The most takingest champion. Yeah, this is his first win of the year.
Bravo,
Gilbert Short. Look forward to seeing what match you have us watch from some indie company that you were at. And if that's not what you do this time, I'll be disappointed, to be quite frankly. Thanks again to all of you who joined the Patreon, who have your names entered into this little jar. There are not as a lot of you, but you are all very kind and supportive, and we appreciate everything you do to keep the show going. The Patreon is the best way to support the show. Just a couple bucks a month gets you so much shit. There is an entire back catalog of Watch Along Wednesday. We've got a bunch of fun episodes of the Hair Hall of Fame, which are really fun, which we're long overdue to do one of those, maybe for our regular podcast one week. I always love that because I like writing people's induction speeches.
Yeah, and I panic about making them up on the fly because I didn't write any of them.
We've got so much stuff over there. There's old videos from, years and years and years ago, from all previous hosts. There's all sorts of great stuff that exists over there on the Patreon, all for a measly $5 a month. I mean, come on. And
pre-shows.
That's
you get
absurd.
pre-shows when we have time to do those.
Our pre-shows where we talk about movies even more than we do on the regular podcast. Talk about our life. Talk about all sorts of stuff over on the pre-shows. Listen, at this point, if you're at this point in the podcast, you've been listening long enough, the Patreon, get in there, please. Tell your friends about it. Let's get some new folks in there.
And the watch-alongs. Gilbert Short's going to have a fun watch-along. We've had countless fun watch-alongs that we've done. Let me see if I can pull up the calendar here to give you a taste in case you're unaware of some of the matches we did, and make sure that I'm not jumping too far ahead in what we've released. At the time of this recording, I think what's coming out this week, we're going to be doing the debut of Razor Ramon in the WWF.
First match in WWF as Razor Ramon. That was shown.
We looked at a great classic SummerSlam matchup, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle from SummerSlam 2002.
By the way, that right after we recorded that, I don't know if this is old and it was just fed to me randomly, but right after we recorded that, I was scrolling social media and a video of the two of them watching that match and talking about it came up that WWE had just posted. Now, it might be an old video because, they recycle the same shit over and over again on social media, but...
No, chances are that's probably new.
But it's brand new, and they were talking about stuff that we were curious about because you had said, they had never wrestled a singles match before. And apparently in their thing, they said this is the first time they had ever touched, which means that they were in a tag match, but they never actually...
6-man.
But they never actually fought each other in that. So that was their first time, and they didn't run it at a house show. According to what they were saying in this little video, they were like, yeah, this is the first time. And they said instant chemistry.
Like the stuff I look at that's in recent memory, like they catalog the house shows. So
yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah, instant chemistry. Yeah, that was a really fun one.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Another one just to mention here, going back a bit. We watched an MLW match from during the pandemic era of Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Limited audience for a title there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, their World Heavyweight Championship. So all kinds of stuff. Okada versus Alex Shelley from TNA Explosion with Jake's favorite lighting scheme that's ever existed.
Awful.
We're going to get it for this show.
You had it last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, you didn't have it, so it's got to look uniformed.
So yeah, all that stuff's over on the Patreon, patreon.com/PWPalskis, or you can just head over to pwpalskis.com. All the links you need are there, as well as the link to the shop, the socials, obviously the show's on the YouTube. If you like listening to podcasts on YouTube without video, but if you want, you can just get the video by going to the Patreon and see us. It's all there. Everything's happening. You know all the things. Is there anything else? Oh, we have to thank our current Patreon Palskis, Scott. I almost forgot.
For those just joining us, we're going to thank our Patreon Palskis. So thank you to Adrian Avina, AJ0314, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, Gilbert Short, the new PWP champ, Mass Llama, Mexican Stallion, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Strong Style, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the show. We would not, could not, should not do the show without you. Thanks to those who join us live for the live streams, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out. It's always a blast hanging out with you. Woohoo! For Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.